Welcome, this is Scuba with Let's Play Xenosaga Episode I, Der Wille, Macht. This is one of my favorite games on the PlayStation 2. I think it's an underrated gem. For those of you that are wondering, Der Wille, Macht, and that might be the last time you ever hear me try to pronounce that, is German for The Will to Power, which is a Friedrich Nietzsche book. Now, you don't need to know Nietzsche in order to fully appreciate this story or this game, but it adds a little bit to the game, I would think. Now, this is quite a long game. It's going to start with a long intro. I'm going to be quiet for the intro, and I'll meet you on the other side.
Concentrate on the northern cliff tomorrow. The ground there is hard, so be careful when you dig.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Masuda!
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, we followed the corridor from the lakeside. It matches the location described in the
That must
research
be it.
paper.
Good. Show us where it is.
It's different from the others.
I knew it!
It's over there.
This must be...
and now it's 4,000 years later. My original intent was to actually let this intro play as well, but to be honest, there's a lot of silence in this one, so I figured this would give me the opportunity to kind of go over my experiences with the game. I did play this game not when it first came out, but very soon afterwards, and I must say it was, to me, a diamond in the rough at the time. I was going through quite a few bad games until this one came along. Now, for those of you that did watch that intro and have absolutely no idea what happened, that is perfectly understandable. We do have a very similar looking object there, but it looks a little different. The symbol in the middle is different. That was one hell of an ass shot. We did see a couple names already that are important, Shion Uzuki and KOS-MOS, but you'll pick up on those names as we keep going. We do already have a character. Wow, that was the fastest MRI I think I've ever seen. Just already got it. Yeah, it's very similar to what we saw in that intro, but it's a little different. Now, like I had said, this game does have the subtitle that is the title of a Nietzsche philosophy book. So that tells you how deep this game does go.
Commencing startup experiment. Open up an interconnection.
But it is not required knowledge, I would
Roger.
say.
Opening interconnection. Connecting with dummy protocol.
A-line protocol zone secured.
Opening cage partition. 60 seconds to release. Beginning countdown. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51.
Not exactly sure what's going on here just yet. There seems to be, oh, there are definitely two scenes. Okay, so it looks like we have two scenes. One where it's in like the lab or whatever you want to call that, research facility, and one here with the spacewalk where we are seeing what is going on with this giant monolith. At least it looks like a monolith to me. And oh, you probably shouldn't have touched it, dude. And he just got absorbed, and he is gone.
Monitors clear.
3, 2, 1. Partition open.
That thing seems like
Proceeding
bad
with
news.
KOS-MOS body formation.
Body formation. That was one hell of a body, I'll say that.
Body formation complete. Commencing Penfield mapping.
Now, one thing I will say is that in this game, terms are important. What we see here is not a robot, even though you might think it is. They're
Proceeding with Encephalon construction.
yeah, they're literally constructing
Mapping
it.
percentage at 76, 77,
But once again,
78.
terms are important. And it looks like
Encephalon construction complete.
they're making
There's noise appearing in the temporal lobe.
virtual
What's the problem?
reality.
It's on the left side of the temporal lobe. I'm showing slight stimulation of the synapses in section 818. It's within permissible bounds, though. Do you want to abort?
No. Let's keep going. Just stick to the menu. I'll try for a direct approach. Back me up.
Roger. Launching Nataraja connection system.
And it looks like they're going for... She wants in? That's what it looks like to me. Like I said, terms are very important. That is not a robot. Robot is a term for pretty much a mindless machine, more or less. What we are looking at there would be considered an android. Yes, that level of specificity is kind of required for this game. So just keep that in mind as we keep going. And they just put it on the spaceship? Did you see it absorbed somebody? It like ate them. I wouldn't be... Oh, you guys have like warp technology. You do what you want. Ye shall be as gods.
Password accepted. Commencing Nataraja boot up sequence.
Of course, that's the password. As the first of many references to Xenogears. I won't point out all of them, because I'll probably miss a couple. But there are a lot of references like that. And it looks like that woman's going inside that virtual reality that they constructed. Oh, that is not looking good.
Alan, there seems to be a problem with the visual field connection.
Blow on it. It works for Super Nintendo
Ah, I see a small break in the MT field, route K12.
and
It looks
64.
like The bi-directional link in the V4 field is lagged too. Hold on a minute. I'll fix it now.
Yeah, he's gonna blow on it.
How is it now, Chief?
Okay. Looks good.
Called it.
Let's keep going.
Roger. Proceeding with KOS-MOS host separation.
Oh, and they're beaming her in. Damn, she looks good.
Morning, KOS-MOS. How do you feel?
Good morning, Xian. All systems are normal.
Well, how about introducing yourself?
I am an anti-Gnosis humanoid fighting system, serial number 0000000001.
So the prototype.
Development name KPX. Abbreviated name KOS-MOS.
How's that abbreviated?
As I am currently configured for simulated battle, my output is limited to 22% of its normal capacity. My estimated weapon specifications are...
All right, that's good enough. Thanks.
You are welcome.
All I have for you today are the usual startup tests. Sorry to wake you up just for that. You'll have to go back to sleep once everything's checked out.
Oh, she's cute.
I see.
Do you feel sad or anything?
A predetermined set of emotions has been hard-coded into my emotion module to better facilitate interactions with humans.
That's a no.
In order to better facilitate a relationship with you, Chief Engineer Shion Uzuki of the KOS-MOS Project, Vector Industries' first R&D division,
That's one hell of a title.
I will emit an expression such as sadness only when that response is deemed necessary. However, the emotion module of my program has determined that this is not necessary at this time.
I guess you're right.
A complicated answer.
I, of all people, should know that.
Your understanding is appreciated.
But you know, KOS-MOS, I've got mixed feelings about all this.
What? About training?
Of course, I'm happy that you're awake. But the fact that you'll go back to sleep makes me a bit sad. On the other hand, the next time you wake up, it may be a time of much bloodshed.
That doesn't sound good.
So deep down inside, I hope that day never comes. Understand?
The algorithms I have been programmed with do not support the comprehension of illogical human thought.
You crazy.
Well, I hope you'll be able to understand someday.
I will do my best.
All right, KOS-MOS, shall we get started? Alan, let's pick up from process 277 where we last left off.
That is a...
Roger.
That's a
Placing target drones
277.
in the encephalon.
Whoa.
The drones are set to random movement and enemy ambush.
Whoa, enemies.
How about a test run before the mission, Chief?
Sure, let's do that. Did you get that, KOS-MOS?
Affirmative.
So, in other words, we're gonna fight things. I mean, this is an RPG after all. So, here's the virtual tutorial. This is outside where we were before, how we got here, and already we're at one of the points that, to be honest, I don't like about this game. And it's a very simple and stupid thing, but I'm looking at my PlayStation controller right now. Circle is the OK button, and X is the cancel button. It's a little thing like that. That's one of my most hated things about this game, is that they reversed those two controls. But pretty much, if that's all I got, this is bound to be a good game, I think. But yeah, a little thing like that will get on my nerves a little bit. So we talked to KOS-MOS, then talked to the soldier to start the battle. So let's move around. You'll notice that Shion runs a little weird. Everybody kind of does in this game. It's a little weird, but you start getting used to it as we go along. Target input complete. Okay, so let's talk about normal attacks. This battle system, I wouldn't say is complicated by today's standards, but by then there was a lot of innovation in this battle system. I think it does borrow heavily from the Xenogears and Chrono Cross line of battle systems, I would say. I would say that the three of these have a lot of things in common that aren't necessarily there in, let's say, Final Fantasy series. Right, so at the bottom right, you have the group turn window. There's going to be a lot of terms here that I will probably forget as soon as they are off the screen. Pretty much it shows the characters that are going to fight. The person on the left has the turn. The person right after that has the next turn. Once the last person gets their turn, they say reshuffle. It pretty much gives you a new line. So you can see that I have Shion's icon on the left and KOS-MOS is kind of in the middle to left. Once KOS-MOS's turn is done, we will see a new line of icons as to who gets their turn. So it's not perfect. You're not going to see everybody's turn before it happens, but you'll get to see at least plan out a little bit of strategy here, yeah. And then obviously square and triangle do knuckle and firecracker, which are attacks. Those are Shion's attacks. Everybody has a different type of attack. We do have 3 different kinds of enemies in this game. We have biological B, mechanical M, and whatever the hell G stands for. We have not been introduced to that kind of enemy yet, so I won't go over it. But, you know, biological and mechanical, that is what we'll be dealing with most of the time here. Use 2 ability points. You can see on the top left, like this is going to take me a little while, so I apologize if you don't want to hear about battle tutorials. But you can see HP, of course those are health points. You get down to 0, you die, or you know, pass out or whatever. Then you got EP, those are ether points. Those are similar to magic points. Those will help you do special abilities. Then you've got ability points, which is the bar with the arrows, I guess you could say. And you can see that it has a maximum of 6 little spots where I could have stuff. I have 4 AP right now. You get 4 AP each turn, and you get 2 ability, and each normal attack costs you 2 ability points. We'll see why that is important later. So as of now, I can do 2 normal attacks. So let's go ahead and use those 2 normal attacks. Yes, I see a whole bunch of other stuff. We will be going over that stuff later. So I say we do 1 of each. Let's do a firecracker first. Now things have changed. So now I have a couple new options. I can do spin kick and cherry bomb. As a rule, the square buttons are close combat attacks and triangle are distance attacks. That rule does get changed, I believe, as we go along, but that's the general rule for most characters. So let's go ahead and do a spin kick so I can show what it looks like when you charge, and then you can do another attack, and we have run out of ability points for Shion, so that is it. And the enemy died, so that's very nice. Right, as a basic rule, once again, as a basic rule, physical attacks are on square and ether type attacks are on triangle. That's basically, do you want to do physical damage or magic damage? Ether is pretty much the same as magic in this game, even though you could easily argue that they're completely different, but you could read it pretty much the same right now. So let's go for a blaster. You'll notice that KOS-MOS is definitely more powerful than Shion. And then we'll finish it off with a needle. That should be more than enough to finish this guy off. And down he goes by explosion. And you'll see there that we got something that said points times 2. We'll go over what that means in a little bit, because to be honest, we haven't really gone over that. But as you can see, even the end of the battle screen is huge and complicated. You can see T points, E points, S points, each of which we got 1. Then you can see experience points. Next level, we need 38 experience points in order to get to the next level. We got 2. For tech points, ether points, and special points, that's what TES stands for, we got 1 of each. No items though. No items. And already they're giving me clear time as if I care. And we're back on the main screen. You see we had like invincibility frames right there. That's kind of cool. I like that. The body flashing phenomenon. After a battle, you'll flash for a few seconds. During this time, you won't trigger a new battle even if you come in contact with the enemy. Remember this, okay? Yes. Invincibility frames. I like it because in this game there's no real random battles. You can see all the enemies on screen, so if you can avoid them, you don't have to fight them. Sounds like a good plan to me.